Alright, we know, folks, your boy Mark's going to find numbers after the name, a little freestyle Friday action over here, man. I'm not even putting these in order, man. A little God of War, man. I'm adding the God of War over here to the playlist, you know what I mean? To the freestyle Friday playlist over here, where we're gonna be putting in work over here on them Fridays, you know what I mean? And I'll put some boss battles up here. Nothing too like spoilerish or anything like. Well, I guess maybe the boss battle. I'll try to. I don't know. I mean, by the time we get to the spoiler, I think the game will be further on advanced. But this one, in this case, I don't think is a spoiler in any case. And I really wanted to show off the gameplay in this game. I forget exactly where I'm at, but I'm some sort of lava land. All these names, all these places have pretty wild names. I can't fully keep up with them. But I'm doing some trials, right? Which I thought was perfect for footage for putting on the channel. I kind of put up with these trials, man. And this is even the first. This is the third one. I believe they said that there's 6, so I like Sunset. I don't know if that means that there's, because you do 2 on each, you do a normal one and a hard one. I don't know if that means 6 total of all that, or 6 at each one. I think it's probably 6 at each one. And this is like the third one. I wasn't even recording for the first 2, honestly, because I was like, oh, this will be quick. And then I kind of noticed, like, oh, this is the thing. I was like, I like to record this, man, see how it is, man. And I wanted to share this one, because this one was so hard for me. So difficult for me. I literally played 2 hours to beat this. I might be under-leveled. I'm 100% sure. I believe I'm barely level 4 at this point, which I think puts me in like context with this. But I'd like to know. Not 100% sure about the leveling system in this game. I kind of get it that it's based, I think, off of your equipment and your skills and whatnot and stuff like that. That they kind of level you up. And I've definitely noticed there's been some enemies where the game kind of, like, they left it in, kind of advises me like, you probably should be fighting this dude. Like, it has a big, like, either, I forget what it is, but it's like purplish, like violetish, and there's like a symbol there that kind of stands out as, hey bro, you might not be ready for this. That I've gone at it anyway, because you know what I'm saying, I'm the God of War, so I got to put in that work over here, man. But I've been hearing a lot about how great the story is and everything like that, and graphically, and that's all true so far. You know, I'm about like 7 hours deep into the game right now. Well, you know what? This is when I'm recording. Probably when I'm playing this, I'm probably like 14, 20 hours deep. But as of the recording time, I'm like 7 hours deep into the game, man. It's dope on all those aspects. But one aspect that I feel we're not giving enough credit to is the gameplay, man. Like, this thing is dope. For context, I have God of War 3, barely touched it. I played like the opening scene, I believe, literally for a video that I wanted to do or something like that. I don't even know if I ended up doing it or not. And it was solid. I played God of War, I think the Ghost of Spartacus, whatever, on the Vita. Played that one all the way through. It's alright. And I did not play 1 and 2. I played it, but I don't own it. Like, I'm not beating it or anything. I played them both, like either at friends' house or just like at different places and stuff. But I've never owned one or beaten one. I've known of Kratos. I understand, you know, he was kind of a shallow guy, just an angry dude. That's kind of the deal. I get it. So I understand like the whole kind of storyline. In that sense, I'm probably missing a couple hints over here, you know, of what I've missed just from like the previous games. But for the most part, I feel like you get your point across over here, man. But gameplay-wise, man, I mean, this game does so many things that are special to me. One is, well, the only, like, I did media blackout on this game completely. I saw like the initial trailer and I was like, whoa. I was like, hold up, this game looks like really good. That's it, I'm out. I saw, like, once I saw that it had kind of like a Last of Us camera angle on there, and the guy was like throwing the axe, carried it back. I'm like, ooh. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. I was like, this looks like something I want to be a part of. Like, okay, like I like what I'm seeing over here. Once I saw that, I was pretty like enthused by it. And then when I actually got down and started like playing it, man, there's so much to do gameplay-wise. The only kind of concern I had was the kid, right? Because we've seen like AI companions and stuff in video games, and you know, I point out like Resident Evil 4, for example. I don't know if that woman's name's Claire. I don't think it's Claire, but the president's daughter, whoever that is, that you're kind of walking around with all over the place. Yeah, not really, you know, not really useful. Kind of just gets in your way. Not really like entertaining to have around. So I was a little bit nervous that this kid would kind of turn into that. And no, quite the opposite. One, he's useful in combat, like very useful. He's pretty much invulnerable, even though there's some things that can kind of affect him and you might need to help him out with. But for the most part, he kind of stays out of your way and only helps out. You literally have a button on your controller, the square button, that like triggers his attacks and whatnot, which is dope. And that's like those arrows that you're like seeing flying over here, man. So you could kind of time it out how this kid like affects or hurts and adds to you. Story-wise, he adds a ton to it. He really carries over, man. He brings a lot of levity to the game, and really, it really makes Kratos kind of stand out as well. I think it's just majestically done in terms of the gameplay, in terms of story elements, adding this character in there. flawless. Like, if I ever had to show somebody what a game looks like where you have like an AI companion, this is it. Like, this to me is the benchmark right now of like how to do an AI companion, and I think it'll be a benchmark for a long time. I don't think that it could be reproduced easily at all because a lot of work had to go into this. And then gameplay wise, you have a bunch of different attacks, man. You have a bunch of different moves. Honestly, to a certain extent, it's too much. The font on the screen's so small too, and I've tried like increasing it, and it's still like kind of small. So like sometimes I just stop reading. I'm like, my man, like I can't do that. Literally, the only negative I have about the game, the only possible negative, is that the font's too small. And I kind of saw in the menu that you could like make it bigger in certain cases. I don't know what cases those are in yet because I made it bigger. Maybe I have to just push it like all the way to kind of see. Maybe I'll do that. But that's kind of like it. Literally, the font's like a little bit too small. But gameplay-wise, you could do so much, man. You could parry, you could lock on and off to enemies if you want to. You have kind of like quick and light attacks. I see the kid's bow kind of adds over there, man. So it's a huge repertoire of stuff to do. You could throw your axe, you could pick your axe back up, you could boomerang your axe, you could just hack and slash over here, you could throw people off of the sides of mountains and stuff into lava and whatnot. And in this case, specific trial, what made this like really difficult was I can't hit that main bad guy dude until I kill like all his boys. And this is the furthest I made it at this point. I thought after I kill like I forget what call it, I don't even want to butcher her, the one that kind of like disappears that you have to shoot with the arrow for her to stay. I thought that was gonna be the last one. And when I killed her and I had like free reign on him, I'm like, all right, nice. And then I saw that his boys came out. I was like, oh no, come on, man, I can't be doing this, dude. So right there, for example, shield break into a couple axes over there. You also have the Spartan Fury that you unlock, where you just go ham. You can even like recover a little bit of health and whatnot. So there's a ton of stuff you could do attack-wise. That's kind of why I wanted to post this video up, even if it was a little bit out of order of how I did the trials, because I feel like it gives you a very good showing and showcase of how like hectic, wild, but in control you could still be of the combat in this game, which to me made it very unique. And I wasn't expecting the gameplay depth that I'm receiving, and I'm thoroughly impressed by how much of a game this game actually is.